So you want to pass your Databricks data engineering certifications. Whether you're going for the associate, the professional, or both, this is the video I wish I had before I sat the exams. I'm going to break down exactly what each exam covers, how to prepare effectively, and here's the big thing. I've put together a completely free Notion study guide that covers every single section of both exams. The link is in the video description. I'll show you how to use it in this video, and it might be the most useful free resource you find for these certifications. So grab that and let's get into it. Hi everyone, I'm Malvik from Pathfinder Analytics. I've been working in data and data engineering for close to 15 years. I currently work for a Databricks Global Elite partner, and I've taught over 200,000 students across multiple e-learning courses, 5 of which are on Databricks. I hold both the associate and professional certifications myself, so I've been through this process and I know exactly what comes up on exam day. Before we get into the how, let's quickly talk about the why. And I'm not going to give you the generic certifications look good on your CV speech. Let me give you some real, practical reasons. The biggest one for me is that it forces you to learn the platform properly. When you're working with Databricks day to day, you tend to stick to what you know. You find your groove, you use the same patterns, and you don't explore the rest of the platform. Studying for these exams forces you to go wider. You'll learn patterns, features, and capabilities that you didn't even know existed, and I guarantee you'll come out of it a better engineer, not just a certified one. Second, it's a strong market signal. Databricks adoption is growing fast. More and more companies are building their data platforms on it, and the demand for engineers who actually know the platform inside out is only going up. Having the certifications makes you stand out when you're applying for roles, pitching to clients, or even just having that conversation with your manager about a promotion. It's not the only thing that matters, but it removes doubt. Third, it gives you formal validation of your hands-on skills. If you already work with Databricks daily, then I'm sure you know your stuff. But that certification is the external stamp that says, yes, this person's been tested and they know what they're doing. It carries weight with employers and clients because it's vendor-backed. It's not self-assessed. I don't want to oversell this, but if you do work in the Databricks space, then the return on investment for a couple of weeks of focused study is genuinely high. So with that being said, let's get into what you actually need to know. Let me show you what each exam actually covers. Rather than just reading out a list, I'm going to screen share the study guide so you can see exactly how it's structured and how to use it. Let me open up the associate section of the study guide. The associate exam consists of 45 questions and you have 90 minutes to answer them. It costs $200. Databricks recommends at least 6 months of hands-on experience before you take this exam. As you can see, it's split into 5 sections. The big ones to pay attention to are Section 2, Development and Ingestion at 30%, and Section 3, Data Processing and Transformations at 31%. Together, that's over 60% of the exam. The other 3 sections are the Databricks Intelligence Platform at 10%, Productionizing Data Pipelines at 18%, and Data Governance and Quality at 11%. Now let me click into Section 3 to show you how the study guide works. Each subtopic has its own page. Let me open up Lakeflow Spark Declarative Pipelines to show you what it contains. You've got an overview, you've got the key concepts, and these can be expanded where there's additional information. And then you've got code examples in both SQL and PySpark, followed by common exam scenarios, key takeaways, and a gotchas section that flags the things that trip people up on exam day. At the bottom, you'll also find links to the official Databricks documentation, so you can dive deeper into that particular subject. Every subtopic page follows this same structure. Now let me navigate to the professional section. This is a significant step up. It consists of 59 questions in 120 minutes. It also costs $200. Databricks recommends at least 1 year of hands-on experience before you take this exam. As you can see, there are 10 sections instead of 5. The heaviest is Section 1, Developing Code for Data Processing. It's weighted at 22%. It's followed by Cost Performance Optimization at 13%. The remaining sections are between 5 to 10% weighting. Let me show you one section at random. Let's click into Section 9, Debugging and Deploying. This is just to show you that it's structured the same way as the previous example in the associate section. You've got your subtopic pages. Let me open up Git integration and CI/CD workflows. It's the same structure. You've got the topic overview, key concepts, and then you've got code examples. But this time you've got code examples for GitHub Actions and unit testing PySpark. Further below, you've got common exam scenarios and gotchas. And then you've got the links and resources, so you can explore the topics in more detail. Every subtopic follows this same format. So please use this study guide to understand the curriculum for both exams. Now let's talk about how to actually prepare. Let's start with the most important piece of advice I can give you. These are practical exams. They test whether you can actually do the work, not just recite theory from a textbook. So hands-on experience is absolutely crucial. If you already work with Databricks on a daily basis, then you've got a head start. But I'll be upfront. You will likely still have gaps, because the exam covers the full breadth of the platform. In your day job, you may use at most 60 to 70% of what Databricks offers, but the exam will test you on the other 30 to 40% as well. If you don't have daily access to Databricks, then you'll need structured, hands-on learning to build that foundation, because you can't cram this with theory alone. If you're looking for hands-on courses, then I have two on Udemy that are directly relevant here. The first is my Databricks and Spark SQL course, which covers the core platform end-to-end. This maps really well to the associate curriculum and parts of the professional one as well. The second is my CI/CD with Databricks course. This is particularly useful for the professional exam, where deployment and productionization carry significant weight. I'll link both of them in the video description. Once you feel like you've covered the curriculum, then the next step is practice exams. Practice exams serve two purposes. First, they identify your gaps. You'll quickly find topics you thought you knew, but you'll actually need to revisit. Second, they'll get you comfortable with the exam format. This is the way the questions are worded, the time pressure, and the process of elimination at getting to the right answer. Both exams are multiple choice, but the way they phrase things can trip you up if you're not used to it. My recommendation is to do your practice exams in timed conditions. Simulate the real thing. When you're done, go through every single question you got wrong and every single question you weren't sure about, and go back to the study guide to review those sections. This creates a feedback loop. Practice, identify gaps, study, and practice again. That's the fastest way to get exam ready. I've created practice exams on Udemy for both the associate and professional certifications. These are designed to mirror the style and difficulty of the real exam, so you get a genuine feel for what the test day is like. I'll put the maximum discount links in the description for you. And remember, the study guide ties into all of this. It follows the same sections as the exam, so when a practice question stumps you, you know exactly where to go to review. That connection between the practice exams and the study guide is what makes this whole system work. So the roadmap is simple. Get hands-on with Databricks, use the free study guide to understand the curriculum, navigate the topics and know what to learn, test yourself with practice exams, review your gaps, and then sit the exam. These exams are very passable if you prepare properly. So that's the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then please do hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And please do drop a comment if you've passed either exam or if you're currently preparing. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.